There's this pattern that I've been noticing in the personal development and spirituality world is that we often give suggestions to others, like motivational speeches, even. But while we are giving those, we are actually bypassing our human nature. And I'll give you an example. For example, there are advices on how to, ignore what other people think, what other people's opinions about you. Like, why are you even caring about those things? They are not important. You are the one living your life, etc., etc. But when we are bypassing the human nature underlying all these things, we are actually not exactly helping because now we are just trying to, gaslight ourselves into, embracing this, oh, I don't care about anyone, I am independent, etc., etc. You see, we humans, we are like interdependent species. So we are wired to be together, to stick together, because I cannot spend the entire lifetime mastering skills for making clothes, for making an infrastructure, and for making, chairs and, these stuffs around me, etc. And for us to have all these things around us in our lives, for us to, have food in the fridge, have like appliances at home, have the internet, have all these things, we humans need to stick together so that we can work on different things and ensure our survival and our growth and expansion as species. So this is why there is this wiring in our nature to actually care for other people's opinions, to care for how other people think and feel about us. Because we cannot simply say, oh, I don't care about what they think, what they feel. Or else everyone would just be these selfish creatures that don't care how other people feel, right? But of course, it is important that when we realize this, we can, work it along with how much of this is healthy and how much of this is actually hindering our growth and blocking our well-being as well. So it is important to understand, like, for example, in this case, okay, I don't really have to care for other people's opinions and what they think about me, right? Because they are not really like in my life anyways. Like so many people over the internet, they are commenting, for example, on other people's videos and saying, oh, this video sucks, or I don't agree with this, or etc., etc. And this triggers in our brain the anxiety to worry, like, oh my God, if someone is disagreeing with me, then am I actually in danger? Because you see, we humans, even nowadays, when there is disagreements, conflict, what happens? Many times humans kill each other even, okay? So there is this risk, there is this danger that is very much true. So even if nowadays it doesn't happen as often as, I don't know, decades ago, hundreds of years ago, even, our brain is still wired to worry about it. And even in more subtle ways in society, you see, people still have a way to, for example, they on social media, so many influencers, they get canceled for a mistake they do. And sometimes it might be a very simple human mistake even. Then they get canceled, suddenly they lose their ground, etc., etc. And many people, they have their earnings, their life depends on the money that comes in for what they do. And then suddenly they get canceled, or in communities they get pushed out, and etc. So our brain is wired to worry about those things. And understanding this instead of, just forgetting about it, actually understanding where this anxiety might come from can help you be more aware and therefore understanding, okay, this is like a very real fear in me, but I don't have reasons right now to worry about it. And that is how you can actually talk your way out of it, because now you know what is happening, where it is coming from. And compared to if you're just, oh, I must be strong, this means that I'm not strong enough, so now I need to be emotionally stronger, ignore. But your brain is still trying to, send you signals. And when you understand this, you can just tell, okay, I understand where you come from, and this is the reason why we don't have to worry about this anymore. And then the healthy level is, of course, for example, with your loved ones, and they say something, they point out something that they are not happy with you, for example, and they are upset with something. The healthy level is to show a level of consideration towards your loved ones. And, not just saying, oh, I don't care, you have to accept me for who I am completely. No, I mean, unless they are like directly conflicting with your values. For example, if they are asking you to consider their perspectives and, be kind or etc., then you being caring and considerate is actually helping you to have healthy relationships, of course. And that is actually important, because or else this world will be very cold and harsh with everyone being just selfish, right? So it's very important that we have a better understanding of our human nature, why we react in certain ways, instead of saying that, oh, I just need to be this independent person, I don't need anyone, I can be fine totally on my own. But then deep inside, you are actually ignoring your very real needs and desires, and then you feel actually not so good. But because you're disconnected with it, and the more you do so, now you lose awareness. And now imagine many people, they get into depression, long-term depression, without even knowing what they really want, and therefore they don't understand where this might all come from. Okay, and this is like goes deeper and deeper, and one day you just don't know how to turn things around anymore, because you just don't know where it comes from. So understand human nature, understand and actually validate where you come from, validate the needs and desires that you come from. And even if it is like the certain fears that, oh, I fear that I am abandoned, etc. And by you acknowledging this fear, even if it might seem irrational, even if it might seem that the healthy, mature thing to do is to, oh, I'm strong, I'm independent. The moment you embrace this fear of abandonment, your abandonment wounds, then you can understand, okay, maybe it triggers me because I feel so powerless. I feel like I don't have any value. And it might even it might remind me of my past childhood. And now you can, go even back. Like when I was a child, I was often neglected. Whenever I wanted to express myself, my parents would just, dismiss me or even punish me. And all those feelings coming up, now you can embrace them, really sit with them. Like, what would a loved one that really is loving and kind and mature say to me? And then you say those things to yourself, like, I really deserved better, and I really like, if I were to take care of a kid, I would do this instead, etc. And then you can finally reach to a place that, I am actually an adult now, and I don't have to feel so afraid of being abandoned, because now I can, still be strong and self-sufficient, and I can always find other people with whom resonate more, who are more aligned to have healthier relationships. So I don't need to worry about feeling abandoned even when breakups and separations happen. And it hurts a lot. It hurts a lot. But at the end of the day, I am a strong adult, and there are many more people who will resonate with me in life. I don't need to be stuck with my, if you were a kid, you were stuck with your parents and you cannot get help or support or care from other people. But now you're an adult, so you can do that easily. So you think now you're having inner resources and not feeling this fear of abandonment anymore. But by you acknowledging what you truly need and desire, and not just being stoic, force yourself into being stronger, etc. Now you can actually be stronger, okay? So, my name is Monica, and if you find this content really resonating, really helpful, feel free to like, share, and subscribe. And yeah, let's stay in touch.